Hey folks, this is Chris reporting in from the Fig Grove on August 6th, 2025. This is going to be an unusual tasting. This is Bill's Nero, and these are two figs that formed near the ground on a little sucker, and they ripened and fell off, and I never saw them until this morning. So I went and checked them out. They are tiny. They're probably around 10 grams. A little bit of bug damage, nothing too serious though, considering it was on the ground. So I washed them off, and let's take a look. Interesting, pretty purple. Okay. Wow, definitely interesting looking fig. You can tell by the look of it that they are very thick. You can just tell by looking at them, but really pretty. This has that kind of purple going towards the outside, and a dark color as well. So let's go ahead and give one of these a try. So this is the definition of drying on the tree, right? They dried to the point where they fell off, and we haven't had any rain whatsoever. It's been bone dry, and people think of the Pacific Northwest as just a wet, rainy place. In the summer, it's bone dry. Yes, it's rainy in the rainy season, but right now it's dry. So the advantage we have, though we have a disadvantage of having such a short season, the advantage we have is it's so nice and dry when our figs ripen, especially the Breva crop in July and August. We'll typically go those 2 months and sometimes never get a drop of rain for the whole months. And then we get into September, and we get a lot of our main crop in the beginning part of September, and that's beautiful as well. The problem here is October. In October, it can get really cold and wet. So October figs really are hit or miss. So when you're looking for varieties for this area, if you can get something that will ripen in July and August, Breva, or early September, early main crop, that's going to be your best choice. All right, let's give it a try. No seed crunch, which is surprising. Usually when they shrivel down to nothing like this, you get a little seed crunch, but super thick. This is the thickest fig I've tasted this year, and kind of an interesting flavor. It's almost like being ripened so long that the flavors are kind of all melded together. Really nice. A light figginess, a light sweetness. Let me have another bite and see if I can pick up something else. Just sweetness that's really pleasant. You can't really identify it with any type of berry. There's no melon. Uh, and it's not overly figgy. It's just this really nice, thick. Seems like almost like a dried fig. Wow, that's really good. So this is called Bill's Nero, and we think it's an Olympian. Those of us that grow here have kind of looked at it and ID'd it as an Olympian. My buddy Bill bought this in a big box store in Missouri, and it was simply labeled Nero, so I'm calling it Bill's Nero. Um, Obviously, it's a fig that's been out there that's just been renamed. So, but it was named Nero when he got it, so I'm calling it Bill's Nero. Anyways, good fig. I'm not a huge fan of Olympian, but this year, this fig is really starting to impress me. Okay, stay tuned for more Breva tasting. Lots and lots of Breva tasting this year. Got many more in the pipeline, and hopefully you're enjoying these. Uh, I try to give as much information on the variety. Like these are really small. These are probably 15 to 20 grams. The typical Olympian's much larger than that. But it's like anything. When you pick a fig, a variety, you could get a real variance in weight. So when I pick a variety, I'll try to say, okay, this variety has a range from this to this. For example, the Mount Etnas. For us, the range is 20 to 30. Yeah, sometimes you can get them smaller, sometimes you can get them a little bigger, but that's generally the range. So I'm going to try to work on giving you the range that I see for figs, and that's from experience. The newer varieties, I'll give you my early take on the range, but I think the range is, for me, nicer than the actual individual weight of one fig because they vary so much. Okay, we'll talk to you soon.